When thinking of forensic science, most people just think crime scenes and blood, but a lot more goes into just that. The investigation, the steps, the rules you have to follow. There's a lot of things that go into it, and I think it is one of the hardest careers I've ever learned or been taught or researched about, truly. But I did my research on John F. Kennedy's assassination, which had taken place November 22nd, 1963, in a motorcade in Dallas, Texas. They had ID'd his suspect as Lee Harvey Oswald, and he got shot twice. So the first bullet went through the back of his neck and came out through the front, which when that bullet came out through the front, it had hit the governor's shoulder, and the second bullet had struck the back of his head. They had tried to rush him to the hospital, and he had been declared dead at 1 p.m. So when going into that, there are tool marks, which the tool marks is when a firearm is charged. These tool marks are transferred to the discharge cartridge, casing, or the bullets, which in this instant, it's the bullet, because he had got one in the back of his head and he had one in his throat, but it got transferred. So when considering the forensic science that goes into this, they investigated a lot. They investigated Lee, which he had died later that day, but they considered why the assassination, where the bullets, the gun, if he had anyone else help him, and how many shots were fired total. So many things that go into this are a lot, a lot more than you could think of, but ballistics analysis helped show why he had died, who had shot him. Obviously they knew when it happened, but if they did not, they could have traced the bullet to the gun that had fired the bullets. And this is quite important because there's been a lot of homicides that's happened, and throughout the years, forensic science has just upgraded more and more and more, which has helped crimes get solved a lot faster, a lot more efficient, and more correctly. And it's helped them quite a bit because a lot of people do sadly get charged with something that they didn't do, or they don't get charged because there's not enough evidence to charge them. So there's just a lot that goes into forensic science, and it's really important to do step by step. Otherwise, you can get falsely charged. Nobody gets charged at all. Just a lot. So it is very important to do step by step, and modern forensics has gotten so much more intelligent. For example, the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network. So, all in all, modern forensic science has just helped us more and more as the years go on. And in John F. Kennedy's situation, thankfully they traced the bullet and they found who the suspect was.